Alright guys, today we're going to be talking about turn-in within my workplace. So this is a new release that they put out in June that gives you the ability to turn in parts, whether it be, regardless of what the batch code is, whatever the part is. If it's on your mat sit, then you can turn it in. You can turn it as excess, or it can be a property book turn in. Now, if this is a part that you need to turn in against a specific document number in order to get credit, you need to make sure that you go through the old way of doing this turn-in. Do not use turn-in within my workplace if it has a document number that it's associated with. Otherwise, you will continue to have that oral show up on your reports. So keep that in mind. Make sure you're thinking about that when you go into this. So let's go ahead and get on the computer, go into my workplace, and we'll walk through the steps. Alright, so we're already in my workplace. We're going to click on turn in. Now you have a few options here. So you have you can put in your NSN here, you can put in a serial number, or you can put in a batch code. So we're going to put in a NSN, and you can see it comes up with it. So we're going to click on it, and it's automatically going to bring it up, and it's going to tell us how many we have. So the stock quantity is 400, restock quantity is 0, each batch code alpha, does not have a bin, and the MRP type is November Delta. So as you can see, we have a lot of them. So we're going to go back, and then you can click on here, and it's going to bring this slide box up. You have all these different ones you can choose from. So let's say you want to turn in some batch code alpha or Fox. That means that it is no longer usable, and we're going to search for it. So I have two items. Most likely these two items have a document number where they were ordered for a piece of equipment or as a restock for repairs, and these need to be turned in against the document number. So make sure that you're paying attention to that. Otherwise, these may have been parts that were found on installation, things of that nature, and they were added to the mat sit, and then you can turn them in this way. Just make sure that if you expect a credit through a ZRL that you're not using turn in. So we're going to go back, and then if you want to just filter through all of your stuff, don't put anything in, and then click search. And then what you're going to do is you're going to see a list of everything. It's going to give you a lot of different information. It's going to give you bin location, the MRP type, the unit of issue. So this right here is by pound. These are all each. There's probably some KT for kit, or maybe not, but we have gallon here. And you can see it's 1 of 47. So I only have 47 lines here that I can choose from. Now if you're in now this is my DS side S-Loc, so if I was in my organic or one of the other units organic, I might have a lot more lines. But in this one, so what we're going to do is we're going to choose one. So we're going to go with this first one. Then we're going to create a ZXS. It's going to ask you how many you want to get rid of. So I'm going to say 1. This is the SSA that I want it to go to. This is the customer fund code, and this is the batch code, and then we're going to create it. And then right here, your purchase requisition has been created. So we're going to copy that, and then we're going to go to the PR. Now at this point, you want to leave it like this. You can leave it this way, and then you can come back to it later when you're ready. So what you've done is created the turn-in document. Now you can change the batch code, you can change the material number, and you can change the receiving S-Loc. Say if you want to send this to another company or battery within your unit, or if you need to send it to another unit altogether, you can change this to go to them. So that makes it easier to transfer those parts within the system to your battle buddies if you're doing some kind of trading, or if they need the part, you have it, you can send this to them within the system without having to export it out and then import it in on their side. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back. We're going to go back one more time. We'll go home and go to turn-ins, and then we're going to search. So we still got that one. We're going to click on it. As you can see, we have a ZXS turn in for that, the one. Now you can delete it at this point, or you can go into it. If you want to go with this and you want to actually process this to go on to the SSA, at that point you're going to hit post. Once you hit post, you lose the ability to do anything. You will need to get the SSA to reject it, resend it back to you, because at that point it becomes an inbound to the SSA. So we're going to go back, and because we're just practicing here, we're going to delete that and delete it. And we have deleted that requisition. Now this goes the same for all of these parts. Now you can do that with all of these. None of this is going to change any of these numbers until it's physically like accepted by the SSA. So don't worry too much about it. If you're trying to consume stuff to get it off, there's other ways to do it. Okay, so big key factor takeaways. If this is something that you need to get money back for and it goes against a document number for an order of a piece of equipment that you have down, make sure that you do not use this option. This is not for that. This is not what you're using. If you're just trying to turn in excess equipment to the SSA to get it off of your hand receipt or your mat sit, or if you're trying to transfer parts to another unit that needs that part, this is how you're going to do it. So just make sure you're paying attention to those things. Guys, thanks for watching. If you got something from it, please give me a thumbs up. Comment below if you got any questions. If you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do so. And I'll see you in the next video.